Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is Overslice and I think this is part 6. Yep, I believe this is part 6 because I'm currently rendering part 5 and I don't think I have already recorded part 6. This must be part 6. Nice. Yep, let's start. I believe we have already caught Ether. And we have the Omega clearance, which means we can do stuff now. So we will do stuff, I guess. Who like this dress? Quite cute. For that and that reason alone, I'm probably not going to change it. And if you didn't know, this face paint I'm using from the start is not a real face paint. I mean, it is real, but it's not face paint. It's something that I bought
focus thing's trying to kill me.
in my gameplay, first gameplay, which you will not see for obvious reasons. I think we are going for Gemini.
Welcome back.
And
Aloy, I know
Let's
your
see.
experience in Thebes was unsettling, but I have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct, but the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. Two overrides. What if the merge were carried out by two clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of two operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay. Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that, if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the Zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
What happened to Beta? Even though I know the whole story, it's still kind of confusing sometimes. You know, when they say,
Aloy,
"Oh, he's doing this and she's doing
I
that,"
tried,
because
but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone. In a cell again. Their slave. Forever.
that is a decent choice. I think I will protect you is kind of nice here.
Laurel and I
Even
will be
though
at
I
Gemini
know-
too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight back here. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect me. Nothing can protect me from them. I told you from the beginning we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect?
Probably, I would say Rost. Definitely Rost. Rost care for me is like no one, you know. Yeah, as I said, it's definitely Rost.
Beta. You don't have a defect. Beta. Look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Rost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe.
That's the difference.
But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like?
In my opinion, Rose's story should be
Having the strength.
little bit
that
more
was always
specified in Zero Dawn. I mean,
But still
there is an option to
Even now I
know
hear in
Rose's
my head
story
things
when
get
you
bad.
speak to the matriarch in,
But it looks impossible. Look deeper.
I think, right before the
Fight
Great
like you can
Battle,
win.
when we go to Nora Lands, Eastern Lands, inside the All-Knowing Mountain, right after she unlocks Gene lock door, right before she sees Gaia for the first time. Actually, not right before, but right after she sees Gaia for the first time.
You don't
Yeah.
have to go on the mission.
His story is.
We'll find another way.
It's really sad. It's his story. He sacrificed a lot, and it's not
go.
even just for Aloy.
You said you'd
know,
try to protect me.
Yeah, you just
I believe
need
you.
to go and watch that part. It should be on YouTube.
But you have to promise me one thing. Yes. Of course. If it goes
I
bad,
don't even know how to describe that.
If the Zeniths
that's why I
find
was
us,
stuttering a lot.
I don't want to be their slave.
Yeah,
again.
just talking
Do you
about
understand?
him makes things different, I guess.
Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Aloy, whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
And dirt. Don't forget all that dirt.
Let me
you
check
have to
the
bring in.
chest, right?
If we're going
No.
to go around trying to protect life, we should have more.
Wrong
of
button, of course.
I think it looks nice.
Nice. Nice. I don't think I have anything in here. Yep. I do not have anything.
All right.
What's under? I don't know.
Message data then.
Should I go there and check it out? Huh.
I can read this later.
I didn't know there was such a connection. Nice to know. Kind of cool too. Anyways, let's do
Hello
Gemini.
again, Aloy. Hello, Aloy.
Hey, Gaia. So, me and Beta. I guess you heard what happened.
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships. Despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel, I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, two heads are better than one, right?
Yes, I believe so. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron Gemini? Or we can continue our conversation, if you like.
Let's ask about Zenith.
Beta believes the Zeniths want to use the terraforming system to start over. So they can build it. But why? Given their technology, they could wipe out the tribes of the world by easier means. And if they're the same people who left Earth 1,000 years ago, wouldn't they want the biosphere to be...
It is likely they adjusted to different planetary conditions in their colony on Sirius. They may be trying to recreate that environment here.
turning Earth into a new Sirius. My own personal playground. So the Zeniths are the same people who left Earth. Physically immortal. How'd they figure it out?
From what we know of Far Zenith, it is plausible that prominent geneticists and engineers were offered a place aboard the Odyssey in exchange for their expertise. Given enough time, technology, and resources, any challenge can be overcome.
Like how Minerva eventually generated the deactivation codes for the Pharaoh Plague.
Exactly.
Ted was trying to make himself immortal. Didn't end well for him.
For every success, there are many more failed attempts. Some more grotesque than others.
The extinction signal didn't just wake Hades. It made every subordinate function self-aware. Why?
I have wondered this myself. So far as I can tell, Hades was the sole target, and the partial sentience imparted to other subordinate functions was incidental.
A signal that precise would require thorough knowledge of the system. How could the Zeniths know that?
From the records on your focus, it appears Far Zenith had an informant during the development of Zero Dawn.
Hank Shaw. He was supposed to steal a copy of the system for Far Zenith, but Elizabeth and Travis Tate caught him first.
Yes. It is likely Far Zenith acquired knowledge on the system's design through him, despite his failure.
So from what Beta told me, I guess we can assume the Zenith's technology is powerful in all sorts of ways, right?
Yes. As your encounters with them amply demonstrate, they appear to make extensive use of robotic servitors. Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that shields them from harm.
They seemed indestructible, but that weapon the rebels used stripped their shield somehow.
Throughout history, every defensive technology has eventually been defeated by an offensive counterpart. While we lack the anti-shielding weapon, were I to absorb Hephaestus and utilize it to create a large force of combat machines, no shielding could withstand such an assault indefinitely.
So there's hope.
Always.
How did you figure out that the extinction signal came from Sirius?
The key came with data on your focus, from Silent's interrogation of Hades. The duration of the signal itself, 17.22 years.
That doesn't make sense. You said that the signal took 8.6 years to arrive from Sirius. Why would the signal keep transmitting after it was received and you blew yourself up?
Because the sender didn't know that had happened until it received notice from Hades.
Which would take another 8.6 years to get back.
Correct. Only then would the sender stop broadcasting, after a total of 17.22 years. So the duration, halved, gave me the distance the signal traveled. With that in mind, I simply scanned my astronomical database for any relevant location 8.6 light-years away. Because it was far Zenith's intended destination, Sirius was the only logical source.
Huh. Nice. So, question about subordinate. And let's start in our order. Poseidon.
Were you able to make use of Poseidon?
Yes. Many rivers, streams, and lakes associated with the regional watershed have been detoxified. As a result, red algae growth levels have seen a marked decline. According to my data, however, it appears a localized occurrence of red algae continues to persist near the coast.
Maybe I'll look into it when I can. So, Poseidon spent the last 20 years hiding out in Las Vegas. From the data I found, it seems the city had an advanced water reclamation system. Is that why Poseidon went there?
Most likely. In an effort to protect itself, Poseidon sought out a safe harbor where it could access water supply functions. There, buried and encased in a protective dome, it could guard against any threats.
Like 3 Oseram showmen?
I suspect that was not the first time it felt the need to repel trespassers.
Second one I got was Aether.
Now that you have Ether, were you able to put a stop to the storms?
For the time being. All available meteorological data indicates that supercell activity has seen a dramatic decline.
Well, that's a relief. Be nice not to have to fight my way through a storm anymore.
I will continue to stabilize the atmosphere for as long as I can.
Why did Ether take up residence in an ancient war museum?
As with the other subordinate functions, Ether needed to install itself on a processor with adequate storage and power. One in the museum appears to have been sufficient, given that the holographic displays were still active.
So Ether was assured it could stay for as long as it needed to.
Correct. Though it is curious that it chose a place surrounded with the ancient ruins of aircraft.
Yeah, I saw
Maybe
that.
it also felt at home there.
Demeter, which I got the last.
Have you been able to make use of Demeter's functions?
Yes. I was able to mitigate most soil conditions and restore a temporary balance. You should notice less rampant plant growth in the area.
Maybe that'll give Plainsong's fields a chance to recover.
Unfortunately, recovery in that area is unlikely without the assistance of the Utaru's land gods. I have discussed this matter with Zoe. I believe we may have a workaround. I believe Zoe will want to explain the plan.
Okay.
Okay, I'll check with... There's something I'm still trying to figure out. Why was Demeter using flying machines to distribute metal flowers?
In its deranged state, Demeter was defending itself against a robotic swarm that would devour all plant life.
It thought the Pharaoh Plague was still happening?
It feared it would come again. As part of its directive of receding Earth's vegetation, it sought to protect plant life at all costs. And considering it had 20 years to proliferate, I expect you will continue to find the fruits of its efforts for some time.
That's a good thing I have the code to dissolve the vines, then. The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species.
Nice.
Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Farrow.
Ted. Guess he got what he deserved, in the end.
Yes. An igneous conclusion to his pathological narcissism, impulsive tendencies, and instability.
All 3 of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density, empowering my overall function. Unfortunately, as we now know they are in the possession of Far Zenith, attaining them in the short term is very likely impossible.
I guess our best shot at recovering them is by taking over the Zenith base. But we'll need Hephaestus and a bunch of combat machines to do that.
Correct.
Yeah. How do we trap
You
Hephaestus?
said Hephaestus isn't located
Gaia?
in just one place.
Gaia?
Correct.
Whatever.
Unlike the other subordinate functions which are confined to discrete physical processors, Hephaestus is distributed throughout the global network that connects the planet's cauldrons.
So now that we have Omega clearance, we have everything we need to trap Hephaestus in Cauldron Gemini, right?
Correct. Due to its increased complexity, expunging its malicious code will have to be completed manually before I can absorb it.
Beta and I will get it done. So, once Hephaestus has been recovered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes, and to program their behavioral routines, or even control them directly.
So you could build an army of machines,
Yeah.
attack the Zeniths and take them out.
It is in my nature to take any and all necessary steps to preserve life on Earth, human life above all. So yes, once I have been empowered with the capacities of Hephaestus, I could design, build, and command such an army. Given the nature of the Far Zenith threat, doing so may be our only option. I must admit, however, that I have misgivings about using such technology to kill, no matter how aggressive the enemy.
That's good. It means you have a conscience. As Elizabeth intended.
Indeed.
I'm just going to talk to everything because of, well, reason.
So, about Beta. I never really saw the difference between us, until now. She's been through so much. Completely alone.
You have both endured many hardships, different in almost every respect, yet equally remarkable. I like to think of you as 2 miracles, born of Elizabeth Sobek.
3, then. Let's not forget about you, Gaia. How's Catalo doing?
I have detected that the loss of his arm still deeply pains him. In an effort to remedy this, I have discussed a potential solution with him. I believe he will want to fill you in on the details.
A solution? I'll check in with him when I can, then.
Yes. As I told
How
you
are things
before,
around
that
here?
may be the only side mission
Zoe has
that I
been
would
studying the
do
morphology
before
of
the
her
final
land gods
fight.
in an effort to understand their sickness. Without the abilities of Hephaestus, I am unfortunately unable to correct their programming. However, due to Zoe's perseverance, we may have found a workaround. Zoe will want to fill you in on the details.
Okay, sounds promising. Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Indeed. While studying Old World data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism. She appreciated the similarities with Utaru practices and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
How's Erend handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus, after an initial incident.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess. So there's a few people here now, and they're learning. All about you, the ancient world. Almost like what was supposed to happen before Apollo was purged.
Yes. While the loss of the Apollo database was catastrophic, there is still much that can be gleaned from the data you have uncovered. For instance, Varl has been reviewing the last recorded entries from those who perished during the Pharaoh Plague. Hearing their hopes and fears made him quite somber.
Anything I should be worried about?
I do not believe so. I have elected not to intervene, to allow him to process this on his own terms.
There is a lot of dialogue
All this
left,
data I've picked up in
because I
ancient
never
bunkers and
did
ruins.
anything.
I guess I never really thought that other people would be looking at it.
Based on my observations, your companions engage quite frequently with this material. Erend has asked on numerous occasions about birthday parties. He appears perplexed by the tradition of serving a sweet confection, as it conflicts with the Oseram tradition of serving sparkling stout ale. He also suggested we host a party for you, as a surprise.
Yeah, no thanks.
That is what I predicted.
Is Katalo getting along with everyone?
Yes, though he prefers to spend most of the time alone. He appears to be collating data on war machine progression and significant battles during the Pharaoh Plague, to aid in the creation of a war map of Operation Enduring Victory. I believe he aims to study the tactics of Old World warfare.
I'd be interested in seeing that.
It appears to be a private pastime for him. He has repeatedly declined my offers to assist his research.
Ah. Well, I think pride is
How's all of us settling in?
kind of holding him back.
As soon as she arrived, Alva was eager to study the data in the archive. A particular file soon caught her attention. Information about a machine assistant devoted to keeping living spaces neat and orderly. I informed her that once I am empowered with the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to design such a machine.
I'm sure she'll like that. When I set out to find a way to bring you back, I never thought we'd be here, like this. Among friends.
They have all come a long way with their improvised educations. Varl has suggested that one day we might extend this model to more tribal inhabitants, once the biosphere has been stabilized.
Yeah, that's not such a bad idea. As long as you're the one running the lessons.
Yeah. Oh, we actually finished the companions. Nice! As I thought it would
So
be
now that
way
you have
more than
Ether,
this.
Demeter, and Poseidon,
It's already been
how's
like
the
10
biosphere
minutes
looking?
just speaking.
In
Nice,
the local
not
region,
nice.
conditions have improved. Superstorms have subsided. Water sources have been purified, and soil conditions remediated. These improvements will stave off environmental collapse for a few additional months.
well, with luck, soon you'll have Hephaestus. Then you'll be able to fix the biosphere for good, right?
Correct. I will be able to design and produce robotic agents to permanently reverse the environmental damage that has accumulated.
So our plan to capture Hephaestus. Let's go over it again.
As you wish. Thanks to Beta's test, we now know that Hephaestus will not respond to your alpha clearance.
Which is why I got Ted Farrow's Omega clearance.
Correct. While you were gone, Beta constructed the transport rig and pulse generators. When we get to Gemini, I will need to be installed on one of the facility's cores. The second core is for Hephaestus. Using Omega clearance will allow you to trap it.
And then you'll be able to absorb it.
Not quite. You will need to manually remove Hephaestus's malicious code before the merge.
How long will that take?
Because the work will be split between you and Beta, it will take approximately 4.5 hours.
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for us using the pulse generators, right?
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device. The energy surge should mask our activities until the merge is complete.
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. Sounds like a plan.
Mega clearance.
There's something I've been wondering. How could Ted Farrow create a clearance level higher than Alpha? Elizabeth made sure he wouldn't interfere with the project.
It is plausible he tasked his own engineers with creating a back door to the Zero Dawn system, without Elizabeth's knowledge. My predecessor did not even know of its existence until he activated it to purge the Apollo database. It is, in effect, a blind spot. One that will allow us to subdue Hephaestus.
Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my creator, my guide.
Your friend.
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened to learn of her fate, though I am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be alone.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself. Thanks, Guy. So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel, it used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. Prior to appropriation by Zero Dawn, the facility was used to engineer and test advanced computer viruses. It appears to have been one of many research initiatives by Pharaoh Automated Solutions.
Guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with, too. So Gemini has 2 data cores. I've never seen a cauldron like that. But you mentioned something about seismic activity?
When my predecessor attempted to build the cauldron, construction was disrupted by a series of earthquakes. The data core had already been built, but the rest of the facility sustained damage. So, she began again. A second core was built. However, when more tremblers occurred, she abandoned the site.
Lucky for us. Are the quakes still happening?
No, though they did also create instabilities in other facilities in the region.
So, Project Zero Dawn. The greatest minds in the world, all working to build the terraforming system while the Pharaoh Plague devoured the planet. What was it like?
Personnel worked in rotations, at all hours of the day. Resources and technology were secured from across the world. Within a month of the project's conception, I was launched and began my education. Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest of the Zero Dawn staff. She said it was important to
What were they like?
Okay, sorry for the
Scared.
cut,
hopeful.
but yeah, a message showed up. I
Determined.
thought my recording stopped suddenly, but
They were hurtling
apparently
toward
I'm
technological
installing a new game.
achievements on a scale never before
You
attempted.
might have already seen this
I
because
owe
I am planning
everything to
on
their
doing this
dedication.
series after that one, Spider-Man. Okay, Spider-Man 1.
So this facility, the
it
Regional
was an 18
Control
one, I
Center,
believe.
it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
Yeah,
For the
yeah,
local
you know,
region,
one with the
yes.
6 villains.
Had humans received their education from the Apollo database,
I am actually
they
going
would
to
have
start
then
the
been
series
guided
today.
here to assume
If you are
operation.
wondering,
As that
I am
never
recording
happened,
this
this
on
place remained
just
vacant.
one day before
Until
where I
Minerva decided to
post
settle here.
the final episode of Far Cry 6. Which I will post it tomorrow.
So what will happen to this place while we're at
Which is
Gemini?
part 30.
All systems within this
And-
facility will continue to operate. As Minerva will no longer be masking
I
this
think I'm
location,
probably going to
the
start
facility will be
a
exposed
Spider-Man
to
from
detection.
the day after
Though
tomorrow.
without my presence,
I'm
it is
going to
unlikely
record
to attract attention.
Probably one
hope
episode
so.
tomorrow, or not 2 episodes tomorrow, and make it, just edit it.
So, a
Uh,
while
it
back,
should be good
before
for
the battle at
today's-
Meridian, I went into Banuk territory. I discovered another AI there, one not related to Zero Dawn. Cyan. It was created to oversee operations for a volcanic stabilization project, and it spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing you didn't know about it?
No. From the data on your focus, it seems that Cyan was cut off from the outside world. An effort by its creators to protect it from the Pharaoh Plague.
Any chance it could help us now?
I have already attempted contact, with no success. Given its previous experience with accepting an outside network request, I imagine it is unwilling to do so again.
Right. Because last time Hephaestus enslaved it. Well, that's too bad. I think the two of you would have had a lot to talk about. The processor Ether was installed on was part of an ancient war museum. A memorial to something called the Hot Zone Crisis. Do you know anything about it?
My knowledge of historical events was unfortunately
Okay,
lost with
it's
the
more than
Apollo
20 minutes
database.
just talking. There is a
However,
lot of talking that I
climate
didn't do.
data indicates a peak in
this should
regional
make it
temperatures
for
in the
that.
2000s. Such conditions would see extreme, prolonged droughts, an increase.
But they wouldn't have built a museum in the middle of a wasteland. So I guess things got better eventually.
Yes, levels in the clawback era of the 2040s.
We are here, 2020.
There was an ancient tank embedded in the bulwark, buried under a bunch of boulders. Any idea how it got there?
During the Pharaoh Plague, the US military resumed the use of human combatants, as automated machinery was unreliable. It is possible the vehicle was part of a pre-automated war fleet.
So they fought against the Pharaoh machines in the valley, until the mountain was blasted apart and buried them. So the facility where I recovered Demeter used to be a Pharaoh agricultural research facility. It's where they created the biomass conversion system, but also adamantine wreath. Did Elizabeth know they were working on that?
It is likely she was briefed on other efforts to combat the machines for her, though her focus was devoted only to Zero Dawn.
That makes sense. But they actually got the wreaths to work. If they've been able to deploy it against the Pharaoh Plague in time...
Using the data you recovered on the project, I ran several simulations and have concluded that it would never have worked. In all scenarios, the Pharaoh war machines would eventually hack and deactivate the wreaths before they could contain the swarm.
So Zero Dawn really was the only solution. There was a lot of data in the greenhouse facility about agriculture. Do you think it'll help the Quen fix their homeland?
I will run a query. Complete. The data contains information about novel crop production methods, which may be beneficial to the tribe in the long term.
But new crops aren't going to save the world, so I guess it's on us.
It is.
So I, found Thebes. What do you think Ted would have done if his life extension treatments had worked?
It seems he convinced himself it was his duty to guide future humans. Given the tribal nature of new humans, and his ability to use Omega coordinates on the terraforming system, I imagine he would have convinced one or more tribes to worship him as their patriarchal deity.
Okay. Yep, glad that didn't happen.
Yep.
Aside from Gaia Prime and Thebes, there was one other underground facility that was sealed before the Pharaoh Plague reached it. Elysium. The place where Zero Dawn staff and their families went to live out their lives. Do you know what happened to it?
Elysium was designed to provide life support for 100 years. My data indicates the facility went offline well before then.
Did the Pharaoh Plague find them?
Unknown. My connection to the facility was abruptly severed.
Okay, people. It's time to head out.
Yeah,
I'll get
let's
everyone
go
together.
to Gemini, shall we? Tired, so after Gemini, there is some interest. After that, I may stop it there because I'm not going to do the final mission yet. I believe it's the final mission right after that. And I'm not going to do that yet. After that, I will do a mission, episode just for the final mission, and then after that, I might start uploading these. You know what? I'm not going to upload Spider-Man yet because let me see how many episodes it takes to actually end the real ending. And then I will just keep playing Forbidden West for the interesting side quests. At least some of them. Maybe not, or maybe just I will just start Spider-Man right after the ending. I haven't decided on that yet. Please comment down below to see me play all the side missions. I will do that then. I would do that definitely. Or else, you know. Maybe not.
Alright, connections in place. Booting up.
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron network.
It's good to hear your voice. Errand, everyone. Fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position and mine is too.
Mine as well.
Okay, radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off. Gaia, let's cage the beast.
Connecting to the Cauldron network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go. Wait, what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
It's cracked.
Look!
Autonomous defenses. Directive neutralize.
That means machines are on their way. Get ready.
Here they come!
Let's kill them, shall we?
They're onto us!
Getting somewhere.
Like they were struck by lightning! Slow it down! Let me know if you need any help! That's it! Keep on me! Stay back! Ammo!
Eloy! Help!
Get back! That blast was ready to blow! Over here, you! You're great today! Aloy, here's some ammo!
We're safe, Eloy. Pain subsiding. That's all of them for now. I better check on Beta and Varl. You two okay?
Still breathing.
Aloy, Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have fled. Deeper into the facility. I'll drive it back here. I'll get the cracked core fixed in the meantime. Keep her
Good.
safe. Keep her safe, Varl.
All my life.
Let's go and see what's happening.
Okay, I gotta chase after Hephaestus. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core.
Okay, fall down my death. Of course, why didn't I even look? That glitch? But what is happening?
Aloy,
latched into your focus feed. You should know there is a huge power draw coming from the next chamber. Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there. It's some kind of production chamber. Festus is up to something, all right? What kind of machine is it trying to build? I don't know, but I'm gonna shut it down. I think those metal carriers will lead me to where it's getting materials from. I bet that's where Festus is hiding too.
Let's see.
I gotta find where Festus is hiding. Looks like there are a couple of ways I could go.
Autonomous defenses check materials.
Machines are making a beeline for another chamber. I better follow them. It's weird. I'm not going back. Something important. Maybe Festus changed something. Catch a ride on one of those metal carriers. Clever one. Maybe there's a way over the shield. To rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another, there's no way I can fix it. Okay, let me think. What if you bypass the processor? Connect it to the power node? I think that could work. I think it could.
Nice. I'm also sleepy, that's why, playing a bit slow. And also kind of hungry, to be honest.
Just a little longer. There should be a node you can override, near the central platform. Thanks. Maybe I should deal with these machines first. Gotta get in as many hits as I can.
Matrix stealthily fixes. Intruder overcoming is at hand.
Oh, great. More machines on the way. Beta! Hephaestus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
Ready, dude? Okay, come on. I clearly don't do that.
Extraction Protocol Alpha.
I tapped into the core's network hub. I managed to disrupt Hephaestus' control of the node. You should be able to override it now.
Nice. Thanks.
It sounds like it fled to another chamber.
Well, I better not get comfortable.
Let's go to the other. No. Let's go to the other chamber, shall we?
Great. Hephaestus covered the floor with lightning. Gotta find a way over it.
Aloy, more machines keep coming. Please tell me you're getting close.
I'm working on it. I'm smashing through a lot of machines on my side, too.
I guess Aaron's missing out.
Anyway, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the cycling module together.
Maybe a ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
Right. Or some luminous braiding.
And you could reinforce it with a conversion cylinder.
For increased connectivity. I think we can do this, Aloy.
I might be able to catch a ride on a rail. Go over the shield. All right. Got it.
Wanna see something magical? That is called magic. If you didn't know, what I used was not any type of arrows. It was a special thing which is called melee detonators. So if I hit an enemy with those type of arrows and hit them
Oh,
with
here we go
melee,
again.
it will
That doesn't sound good. I'll try to get your access back.
This will help.
the Claw Strider.
Node access restored.
Nice.
Now you can override it.
Good work.
You did the heavy lifting.
Okay. This is running out of places to hide.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
The machine Hephaestus was building. It must have finished it.
Okay, that's all nice, but let me cut the recording
Whatever it
here
is.
and I will be right
I'm
back.
almost done with the core
I
repairs.
told you I was hungry.
Should-
I ordered some food and
Should we
it's right
come to
here.
you?
So
Maybe
let
I
me go and
could
collect
distract
it.
the machine if...
No, Beta.
Let's-
Just stay where you are,
just
okay?
the recording.
Handling the machine's my job.
The
Okay,
conversation end.
be safe.
It's the least I could do, I guess. Yep, I'm back. Let's continue. I'm having, a late night snack as I told you. Sorry, I was drinking water.
Oh, it should hide me for a while.
I don't know what I'm hiding from. to go there. Okay, I'm totally lost. There. But isn't that where I came from? Okay, maybe I should go like this.
Intruder target. Capture, repair, Cauldron Tower.
Yeah.
Your interference will be terminated. Deploying priority unit S.
What are you? Undergo or a product supply?
Get it first.
You are a product supply.
Things on its legs and floating. I think it's charging up. Move fast without adhesive. Finished charging. It's covered in plasma. He got plasma on me. It's gonna explode any second.
You are not going to be like this. Let's see what is secretly cost 9. You are not. For frost being your weakness, you have a really high resistance to it.
It's charging up again.
You are dead. Yep.
It's
That
done.
is a badass back as water
You did it! There should be one more node to override.
Good. Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus back to you. No more hiding, Hephaestus!
The training temple facility core.
Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core!
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
And then we can start the march.
Because of you, Lord. I'm glad you came in. And you, Paul. We couldn't have done any of this without you.
That's
Right back
cool.
at you, Aloy.
bypass is done. The core is stable. Hephaestus is 100% contained. Now we better get started with the merge. It's all set up. Gaia, establish the link, please.
Done.
To complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code. Carefully.
If you don't know, this is where you unlock the Sunwing override, which I use all the time for the reason it's been the best mount ever.
Well, hello, redundant copy. You cost us quite a lot of time. Eric, get Beta. And squash that bug while you're at it. Ooh!
Get behind me.
Come on! Quit screwing around!
The difference in power is just...
Now we're having fun, right?
Yeah, this is brutal. Without even questioning.
Finally. Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport. Tilda!
I failed.
Hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing? Stop her!
I can't even see her!
Beta.
I hated Tilda for that reason. If she had, shown up like a minute ago, maybe she could have, saved Val, for instance.
Where am I?
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, Not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast? Okay. What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead. Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art, or the insight we might gain. My favorite pairing
Examine it.
on the left is Woman Reading a Letter by Vermeer, a true master. And on the right is a forgery, Woman Reading Music, which fooled experts into believing it was a priceless original. Early in my career, I became fascinated with such deceptions. Eventually, I developed scanning software that could detect fakes with unparalleled accuracy.
Is that how you made enough money to buy your way onto the Odyssey?
Oh no. I made my real fortune later. Celine and Endymion.
Oh.
She's
Oh,
the
I
goddess
didn't
of
realize she was naked.
whereas he's a simple shepherd. Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
So she's sneaking up on him?
More like visiting him in secret. The torch that Cupid bears represents Celine's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn. This is Rembrandt painting Jeremiah, a man in mourning.
Mourning what?
His home. The ancient city of Jerusalem. He foresaw its impending doom, but could do nothing to prevent it. So instead, he saved its treasures from destruction, just as I saved these works. You could say we're kindred spirits. A portrait of the painter, Rembrandt's son Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a hood?
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune. And the background seems to swallow all light. The painting is infused with a sense of loss.
I guess I understand how the painter feels.
Rembrandt's The Night Watch, by far the most famous painting my homeland ever produced. It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
I guess you must have been an influential citizen?
In my day. But not as influential as you've been in this new world. The Gust, by Willem van de Velde, the most famous of his many maritime paintings.
A ship crossing into the unknown. I guess you're familiar with that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition.
Yeah, I do like that. You know,
Though
if you don't
waves
know,
and
I
wind
do love,
threaten to destroy
you know,
the
art
ship,
and paintings
it perseveres,
when sea is
clinging
involved.
to the light even as
Probably
darkness
because I'm an
closes in all
editor
around
and I do have an eye for things. Of course, not real paintings. I do not know anything about that.
Stunning, isn't it? Paintings were the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Von Vianen's leaded ewer, molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Von Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
A memorial.
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
Weight on his shoulders. She's pulling out her own hair. Out of madness, out of grit.
Done so soon?
More to worry about.
The first time I was here, I did not look at a single painting just because I was so mad about Wall being killed.
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them, and lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
My old focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen
incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
Oh, he's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Regalla and her rebels.
Even now she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way, one that only I know about, while Silence and my friends are busy battling each other. We'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus. By tapping them, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the art and the secret pact with Regalla to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tenakth army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Regalla's only interested in killing Hekarro and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zenith?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hekarro.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tenakth are cut down outside.
There must be another way.
First Varl. Now Hekarro and the Tenakth. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tenakth survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra projection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
Then I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
Nice.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Silent's army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Regalla and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister.
Good.
Will be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regalla's rebellion. From the air.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tenat. The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regalla's army and they'll receive quite a surprise.
Nice.
So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring Silence to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Not if. When. There.
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
Let's go back to base. Yes, please. Ah, man. I want to meet Zoe right now.
Just to let you now patched into your focus network.
I take it the US?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regalla's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
Man.
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Draw blood.
I get 1 damn minute to mourn my friend.
Regalla is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Kutalo's right. We must fight.
Oh, all right. So what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regalla's rebels?
Not to mention the Zeniths. What can we even do? Throw ourselves at their base?
Something like that. So...
After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini. What happened? The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when that Zenith Eric...
The Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia trapped it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them. They took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me.
One of them? Well... at least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now?
We're going to defeat the Zeniths. And get Beta and Gaia back. But first, we're going to stop Regalla.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regalla's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I need to be there.
I know. Go. Stand with Hikaru. And keep an eye on the sky.
Strike true as the 10.
The rest of you, whatever preparations you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zeniths.
We'll be ready, Aloy. And when you're ready, meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
Yeah.
Even when things are darkest, you're the flame that lights the way forward.
Just tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
We all are.
Good.
Before I do anything else, I should check on Zoe. It sounded important.
Kind of sad, to be honest.
Over here, Aloy. We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise. So when we returned from Gemini, it seemed fitting that he be laid to rest here. Now he can always look out at Plain Song and further east to the Nora Sacred Lands.
He would have liked that.
He often spoke of his sister, Vala. He said she used to gather her favorite golden blooms and tie them to her spear. Their mother called it useless, but Vala was stubborn.
Yeah, she seemed like that.
It wasn't easy. But I tracked down the flower. Gathered its seeds. As verdant limbs wither, roots rot in snow, still the sea rises, as certain as stone. From death follows new life. So it is with the land. And so it is with us.
Oh, she's pregnant.
I'm with child, Aloy. I was going to tell him when he got back from Gemini.
Oh, that's so
Instead,
sad.
One day,
I don't remember this part.
I'll bring our child here. We'll sit among the blooms and watch the sunrise.
I never got to tell him. To thank him. For saving my life, sure, but also for not giving up on me.
He always knew.
Goodbye, Varl. I promise to look after them.
That is sad.
Try to visit again when I can.
After
For
the
now,
end.
I need to go to the fabrication terminal to install the new override on my speed. And I'll use it on the Sunwing and get ready for an entrance Regalla will never forget.
Oh no, I got enough trouble.
Override installed. Now to find a Sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain.
I do already have a Sunwing though. Does that not count? Maybe not.
Okay, I need to find a Sunwing to override. Better head up the mountain. Good. There are sunwings up here.
Nice.
I'll have to approach them quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Let's override 3 sunwings and see what happens.
This is it. I'm in the air.
Nice.
Whoa. Head rush. Tilda, I'm in the air.
Then you'll want to pick up an energy cell on Pulse to activate them. I've sent you the necessary software. To deploy it, you'll have to override one of the communication machines you refer to as Tolnecs. There's one in the middle of the desert that should do nicely.
On it.
Yeah, I don't remember that. And where is the tallneck? Right there. Yep.
There's a tall neck. Need to get on top of its head.
I know.
Now, how to land this thing. Made it. Okay, Tilda. I've overridden the tall neck.
Good. And the energy cells are now primed. Simply pick one up on a horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regalla's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
Whoa! I'm gonna have to get used to that.
Nice. And I actually forgot to check it, but I actually have enough tokens to buy a new weapon. So after this fight, I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to buy a new weapon before ending the video.
Those rebels. Reinforcements, maybe. Heading for the Grove. I hope the color on this knock can hold out a little longer. There's the energy cell. I'll obtain this back. Got the cell. Now onto the Grove. The pulse from Tonic should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from any horus I fly to. Could be useful, even after I deal with Regalla.
Yeah, actually I had never picked up this thing after I defeated Regalla. That's why I'm just marking it on the map. After I dealt with Regalla, I'm just going to check what I can do with that.
Go.
Let's start the mission. Such a cool entrance scenes, you know.
Inside. Hikaru will soon be dead. It's all over, Chaplain.
I gotta drop it now. Here it goes.
Let's see.
It's Aloy! She flies in the wings of the Ten. The tide has turned! Push through!
End of the line, Hikaru. Now on your knees, and I'll give you the death you didn't have the spine to give me.
They're down! The machines! All of them! They're down!
What? How's that possible?
Regalla!
Enough bloodshed! Let's settle this. You and me.
Easy to say when you're atop a machine.
Well, that was just to get your attention. I don't need any help to take you down.
Fine. I accept your challenge. And once I'm done with you, I'll get to finish the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
The duel is set. Let none interfere.
Guys, let's do this, shall we? Let me actually, change my gear because this looks way cooler, and I have why haven't I why have I not equipped that? And I have skills. First of all, equip it. I need exactly 5 more skill points.
I'm not giving up.
Oh, really? That's it? You wanna race battle with me? Sure. I'll show you what a race battle is.
So that's how it's gonna be.
First of all, what are you weak against? We can use fire. I can do fire, you know. How about some glow blast then?
Is this? Give up your life!
And by the way, the trick, the putting
Here it comes!
you're not the only one who can use that, you know that, right?
I will take this hallowed soil with your blood. Your blade is blocked! Your courage rusted! Your body! You're no challenge! I once slew 3!
Enough with these bad jokes, I guess. You are becoming annoying.
I'd hope to fight
I'm not that bad.
This is where it ends!
Exactly.
Yeah,
It is.
come to me!
I clearly... Okay, wow, does dodging really make no sense to you guys?
Child of the weak! I'll slit the muscles from your body and hang you from a tree! like this!
Okay, let's use this then.
That'll keep me on my feet.
This is no way to fight!
I must say, you are
Here I
strong.
am
That's for sure.
On my knees before bootlicks and cowards. Go ahead. Run me through.
Shut your mouth, traitor.
It was you who flew in on the wing. Hide her fate. I spared her once. It only made things worse. She was the best of my marshals. What a waste.
She's dangerous, all right. But maybe that's exactly what I need.
Cowards! What more do you have to conspire about?
Whether you live or die. I'm not here to forgive you for your crimes. But there's another battle ahead. Against an enemy more powerful than anything you can imagine. And I need people. A squad. That's willing to do whatever it takes.
I don't want your mercy.
It's not mercy. The battle I'm talking about will be charging into a nightmare.
A better death than this? Yes.
Yeah, she has some problems, that's for sure.
My blood is yours. Your enemies are mine.
Meet us at our stronghold, in the mountains near Plainsong.
You mean to send her alone? Without even an armed guard?
She does not need it.
I will be there. You have my word.
I'll hold you to it.
Chief, there's something you both need to see. In the throne room. He surrendered to our guards outside the grove. Claims he has an urgent message for the Outlander who defeated Regalla.
So, state it.
It's for her alone. From an interested party.
I wonder who might that be? Silence?
I'm good.
Clear, soldiers.
I'll see you back at base.
You saved the tribe. Let me help you with your mission.
No. With Regalla gone, you have a chance to build the future you dream. So get to your task.
Then at least allow me to give you this. armor for the battle ahead. May it keep you safe.
Not really. I do not need armor. I do have the best armor if I actually need it. It's not. I don't even know if it's the best armor. It's the greatest armor I have, and I have finished almost all the missions. So I guess there is no other armor. I don't know because I have actually not finished one archery challenge.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too, Silence.
Congratulations on your victory. You saved the Tanakh for a few weeks. Unfortunately, you've doomed the entire planet as well.
Wrong. I don't need a Tanakh army to defeat the Zeniths.
Oh, Aloy. Have you learned nothing about the enemy we're up against?
More than you, hiding whatever hole you found. My idea is just better than anything you ever came up with.
Go on.
No, not here. We're doing this my way. Face to face, and with the weapon you've developed.
And why would I agree to that?
Because I'm your only way of beating the Zeniths, and getting the copy of Apollo that's on their ship. So meet me at my base. Mountains west of Plainsong. Time to submit to the inevitable silence and follow the person who actually knows what she's doing. Don't be late.
Nice.
Tilda, you there? Silence is on board. So head to my base.
Impressive. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Yeah, but I won't.
Now that I can fly,
At least
I
not in
want to see what
this
else I can do
video.
before I head back.
Because I'm just going to end this video. Before that, I have to do some things. First of all, find my sketch. You know why? Because I don't have any healing potions or anything. My hash, not hash, but stash, you know what I mean.
There walks a true warrior.
It's my nearest stage. I don't know. But you know what? Let me go. Yes, let me go here. Let me actually buy these things too. Let's not equip that. You know, I do not need it, but also, why not, I guess. This is certainly an upgrade. You know what, I'm going to buy this just for the fact that I am actually not really a fan of, you know, the shredder.
Have fun with that.
Let me see if having a good shredder will change my mind. and there are some other things that I want to check, like that horus, you know, Titan. This Titan also contains the, you know, plus EMP charges, not plasma charges. Why would I say plasma charges? EMP charges. Yes, that's that. But do you have it or not? Come on, big boy. Victory. Now, do you have it? Well. You certainly do. In that case, let me also do that. What I want to do is find a difficult enemy like a thunder, of course. Let me see if this helps at all. Because what I saw in the cutscene is, you know, this should one-shot it.
Some kind of...
Okay, not the... why?
Chamber what is it? Might have some useful data.
Hey, what? Really? That's it? Yeah, that EMP, that's kind of a bullshit, to be honest, because dude, that didn't do anything and to a Thunderjaw. Okay, in the cutscene it killed many you know, the mammoth things. I already forgot the name. Thunderjaw? That's kind of a bull. Yeah, add the shredder. I still don't like the shredder. It might be good against small enemies. You know what? Let me use an advanced shredder in a small enemy. Like I'm not even sure if it's good against, you know, medium enemy. That's how not sure I am about this weapon. There's a cam here, which must also mean there should be a stash here.
Seriously? Nora, if you need shards, there's a salvage operation.
Oh, this is my stash. I know about my stash, even though I haven't opened my stash even one time in this whole gameplay. Nice. I have enough. But yes, to see if you have some new weapons. Because I don't know. Oh, you have. You have.
No trade?
I know you see me.
Next time.
So yeah, that's done. So what else do I want to do before I, before I stop the video? I don't know. That's it, I guess. So let me just fast travel. It's kind of safe to fast travel to the base because it actually is outside, not inside, which means you can, safely just do things, I guess. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Was this is kind of sad. What happened to all? Well, I guess that's pretty much it. But I should say the game is so fucking beautiful right now. Yeah, the scenery is great. What is she doing? I don't know. Anyways, let's end the episode here. So thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel and like, comment and share if you like my video. Please recommend to your friends if you like gaming. I am your guy. Yeah, see you next time. Bye bye. Wrong button to end the recording.